Aloha. Oh, yeah, I'm live. Woohoo! Okay, I'm going to try and open up my iPhone because I noticed that StreamYard chat is a little slower than actual chat. Let's see if I can find it. Woohoo, there it is. Okay, well, so far we have Essence 818. Give it a little time since I kind of did this spur of the moment last night. Hey, Neem, are you only listening or are you watching too? Oh, you said here, but listening in only. Because I was going to go through this a little bit. My Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. Figure I'd use that for reading. Aloha, Manishka. Hello, Apruva. Oh. I'm one of the lucky ones, and I actually got this deck. So. Sure, Manishka. Aloha, Marina. So I love that this is the Fool card for this deck. It's just so appropriate. So some people don't like that this deck has the minors are partially pip and partially pictures. So, but I thought we'd go through it a little bit. It's just a beautiful deck. So that's the Fool, the Magician, the Witches, right? So I just want to show you the backs. I love the backs of these cards. And the card stock is surprisingly really good. Of course, we have Sally as the High Priestess. I'm not quite ready to do readings yet, Manishka, but I will get to you, okay? The Empress is, I forget what she's called, just the scary mom, I think. Let's see. Corpse Mom, that's right. The one that was leading her kids on a leash. And of course, Sandy Claus is the Emperor. And the Mayor is the Hierophant. I'm not going to go through every single one, but there's just a few that I just absolutely adore, like the Lover's card here. Gorgeous. Chariot. Okay, let's zip through and show you some of the minors. Oh, well, I got to show you the Wheel of Fortune. It's the Oogie Boogie wheel, or the roulette wheel, I think it was. The Hanged Man is when Sandy Claus was captured by Oogie Boogie. Let's see here. And of course, the devil himself, Oogie Boogie. Thank you, Kathy. Let's see. And of course, the star is 0. I don't know how many of you remember this, but his nose, let's see if this is gonna, I don't think it's gonna focus, but yeah, his nose is actually a teeny tiny jack-o'-lantern. Let's go through some of the minors now. Oh, well, wait, the World. I love this card because it's the holiday forest, right? Each one of those trees go to a different holiday land. I have not Neem, but I really want to. I'm trying to have another no buy because I kind of overdid it my birthday month. um, so in here, instead of wands, we have candles. So King of Candles is the Pumpkin King, right? The Ace of Candles. So, but a lot of these are very pippish, like the Two of Candles, which is usually the Two of Wands, right? And just the snake candle holders on attached to the wall. That's it. And then three is just a candelabra. So a lot of the minors are, I mean, not all of them, because I mean, here we get the Four of Candles, which is the Four of Wands, usually talking about a party, and it's a vampire party. But, and, you know, Five of Candles is the, okay, I'm having a brain fart. Anyone remember the name of the three kids that work for Oogie Boogie? So, um, actually, Kathy, I have not played with my. Well, I kind of went through it and did a little interview with it, but I haven't really done any readings with it just because so many people are like, oh, I don't know about that. So here in the Six of Candles, again, we have another candelabra. So, like Nine of Candles is just nine candles. The 10 is yet another candelabra. It's very, I don't know, some people would have issues with it. Instead of pentacles, we have presents. So, you know, King of Presents is that Santa Claus? No, it's not. Queen of Presents is Miss Sandy Claus. Dropping stuff here. And again, you know, Two of Presents is the two Jack in the boxes. Three of Presents is them just the people of Halloween Town putting together the presents. Five of Presents is just these very sad looking presents. Six of Presents is the ghosts. So it's, you know, it's this deck is definitely not for everybody. I think it's cute. I love the movie, so it's one of the reasons I got it. Like, you know, Seven of Pentacles is about like waiting for your harvest to come through. And here in the Seven of Presents, it's a wrapping station where waiting for the next present to wrap. So I mean, I get where they're going with some of these things, but also it's like some of them are just like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like here, 10 of Presents, which is usually 10 of Pentacles, we have the big orange boa guarding the presents, right? So how is that talking about setting up like something or heritage for your family? And there's some minor little tweaks. Instead of swords, we have King of Needles. And he, you know, made his own queen, remember? Right, Jezebel, I agree. So it's definitely very hippish is the best way of describing it. But I mean, in the Needles, you get a lot of Sally too, right? Hi, Red Bean Bee. And hello to anyone I didn't say hello to. Sorry. I see This chat definitely kind of zips by, doesn't it? Right, Jezebel. If you took out the majors, you could just use it as a deck of playing cards, I'm sure. We got the two of needles. She's making the Santa Claus costume, even though she doesn't want to. At least that's what I remember from the movie. And then you get, very typical looking image. So I think if you're comfortable reading with pips, this deck would be okay. But some people would have issues, like the Four of Needles is usually the Four of Swords. It's literally just four needles. They're resting, so you can kind of get that out of there. And then Five of Needles is Jack fighting Oogie Boogie. So it's like some are pips and some are images. And that's the thing that, for me, would be kind of like disconnect. I don't know. I'd prefer if they'd either gone all images or all pips. This like mix of the two is kind of, especially considering they have so much artwork from the movie to use. So I don't get it. Hey Zane. So here we have Six of Needles, where Sally is sewing herself back together. There's multiple images of that in here. Again, another pip card for the Seven of Needles. And then Eight of Needles again is Sally sewing herself back together again. So, yeah. This is an appropriate nightmare card. Who doesn't? Well, I used to love clowns as a kid, but I've seen enough horror movies where the clown's the bad guy. And then I do appreciate this 10 of Needles, 10 of Swords, because it's a bunch of needles in a pin cushion. So. Right, Jezebel. I agree with you there. And then Cups is Potions. I don't even remember this guy. So that's the King of Potions. Ace of Potions. Two of Potions. I mean, maybe if you remembered what potions there were in the movie, you'd be able to figure out why two potions is just two potions instead of like Jack and Sally meeting or something. Here we get the Three of Potions is the guy who's like takes off his hat and there's a smaller version of him who takes off his hat and there's a smaller version of him. So party with yourself. Yeah, I'm not even sure. That's kind of a cool Four of Potions. Five of Potions here after Jack's been shot out of the sky and no longer realizing that he can no longer be the Santa Claus. So, I mean, I wish they really had put more effort into these minors because, I mean, then the next one is this. It's just, that's the Six of Cups. I mean, I get it, but and then of course the last card is the 10 of Potions, which would be the 10 of Cups. And we get this jack-o'-lantern breathing out a bunch of potions. And the potions are in that kind of like rainbow arch that you usually get in the 10 of Cups. So I don't know. I just wanted to go through this real quick. I don't know that I'll ever read with this deck. It's really cute fandom deck, like Jezebel said. I don't know. It's just, I don't like that disconnect in the minors. That if you're going to do pips, do all pips. If you're going to do images, tell the story of the movie. I mean, there's multiple scenes that you could have turned into the minor suit. So I don't know. That's just my take on The Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm happy to have it because I'm a huge fan of the movie. But am I gonna read with it? Probably not. I don't think so. I mean, I should probably at least try at some point, but it's just that disconnect between the two, the pips and the images, just kind of, I think it would throw me having to shift gears so quickly between things. So for the readings I was going to offer today, I have pulled out my Tarot of the Divine. So now let's scroll back up here. So Manishka, may I please know current feelings of Mayank for me? Okay. If you have a question, you want me to do a quick little 3-card reading, just put it in all caps, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. I'm not sure how to make anyone into a moderator. So Jezebel, I just want to show you. So these are the backs of the cards, and they are some of the best cardstock. I love the cardstock. Some of the images are a little disturbing, like the Ten of Swords here is this Inuit story of this poor girl whose father cut her fingers off when he was throwing her over the side of the boat. So, but you know, some of them are really beautiful images as well. And I set up a camera here to try and do like a split screen, but I'm not sure how to do that. I'll have to figure that out. I thought I was more tech savvy than I am, but maybe I just can't do it through StreamYard. I'm not sure. Okay. So this is for Manishka. First card, we have 6 of Swords here. I'm going to pull the cards and then I'll throw out my interpretation. Second card is 10 of Wands. And the Star for the third one. So the way I read my 3 cards is the first card is the situation you're in. So here we have 6 of Swords. So it's like someone's trying to leave a situation that they're not happy in to try and find something better. The challenge here, 10 of Wands, someone's feeling overburdened. They feel like there's a lot of weight on their back. So that might be you. That might be Manyak. But the last card is the advice or action card, and that here we have the Star. So, you know, there's still hope. I feel like Manyak is dealing with a situation that he has to, or they have to get out of find someplace better, because right now they're feeling very overburdened by everything. So, I mean, I don't really see a lot of emotions here. I think that Maniac likes you, and you're um, probably a good companion for him. He just he's trying to get away from something. And I mean, don't give up hope. The hope is still there, but I also feel like you need to let it play out instead of trying to push things. So that's what I'm getting here. So thank you, Manishka. Let me know how that vibes with you. Jezebel wants a general reading. So you're feeling disconnected from people. Okay. Thank you for your thoughts, Jezebel. So disconnected to people. What's going on with that? How long has that been happening? Disconnect with people. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling that Manishka was pushing, just that Manak was dealing with a lot of stuff. So Jezebel, your first card, Page of Wands. Third card, Queen of Wands. And Queen of Cups. So it's interesting that you got all court cards here. Situation that you're in right now, we have Page of Wands, right? So you're learning how to tap into that inner fire. It's been a little while, I think, since you were able to, but you are diving deep into self, right? And that's what kind of why you need to have that disconnect, so you can dive into self, find that inner fire. Of course, part of the problem, so the challenge is Queen of Cups here, right? So this is Pele, and she has an issue with getting angry too easily. So it's fine for you to be diving into your fire. Just don't get burned by it, okay? Don't let it also rage out of control, because that's what I'm getting with the page followed by the queen, is that you're connecting with your fire, but at the same time, it's almost like the kundalini is raging out of control, like fire raising up, and you just don't have the patience for people. So, and the final advice or action card is Queen of Cups. So it's, you need to get that fire and water balance, get back in touch with your emotions again. You've got that fire stoked, but it's drying up your water, so to speak. So the cups are not being nourished. You're not nourishing your inner emotions in your desire to try and rekindle your fire. So it's, with these two next to each other here, it's like you need to remember how to balance your fire and water, your yin and your yang. Um, so it's the empathy part. You just need to remember how to put yourself in other people's shoes, so to speak, and feel what they're feeling, um, instead of letting your fire get aggravated because someone's having emotions. So, excellent. Well, I'm using. Thank you for that essence, but I'm using StreamYard, so I'm not sure how to do it through StreamYard. Okay, who is next? So we have a business question here. Rupali, will Darshana Patel end up hiring me? Rupali, let's tap into Darshana Patel. So, first card I have for you, Rupali, is the Knight of Swords. So I'm feeling like the situations, you're feeling rushed. You feel pressure to act quickly, or maybe you're putting pressure on Darshan to act quickly in the hiring process. Um, Rein back that horse, okay? Don't push too hard. Um, don't get caught up. So this is the challenge, right? So don't get caught up in the illusion of your mind, the illusion of what you think is happening, the illusion of what you want to happen. You have to let it unfold in its own way. And the last card, the action or advice card I got here is the lovers, right? So you got to tame that inner beast, the beauty and the beast, right? Don't be the beast, be the beauty. Um, Woo Darshan Patel in a way that he wants to bring you in, not just as someone to be hired, but as someone that could possibly be a partner. That's what I'm getting here. Is that you need to rein your horse in. Don't let your thoughts cloud the situation, but it has a very good outcome, right? You just have to give it time and turn yourself into something desirable, right? As far as the business. I'm not telling you to, romanticize the guy. I'm just saying make yourself into something that you'd want to bring into his business. Okay. So let me know how that vibes for you. Thank you for keeping track, Jezebel. And I believe Neem also had a I think Neem also had a question she wanted answered. Yeah, I'm going to jump to Neem first. Essence 818, because she. Wait, where did that go? So you had a dream last night about seeing what you perceived to be a cosmic egg. It was glowing, but no matter how I moved, I couldn't see it in its entirety. Hmm. Okay, Neem. Cosmic egg. Cosmic egg. So, your first card name, Page of Swords. So it's like you're learning a new way of thinking. You're learning a new way of processing thoughts. You're also learning a new way of seeing the world. Um, the challenge is the world, right? So I see that cosmic egg as being creation. That's why you can't see the whole thing, because you're in it. You're a part of it. You are in the world and a part of it at the same time. Um, so I'm feeling like this is an awakening for you. The final advice card here, we have the 8 of Coins. So you're still working on honing these skills you need. So you're still just the Page of Swords, right? So you're still learning how to see the world and gaining the skills needed through your cards, through your crystals, through all the different forms of divination you're diving into. And sometimes it hurts, doesn't it? You just want to throw it down and walk away. But persevere, and that cosmic egg will seem like an old friend. I think you're still incubating. And once you have mastered enough skills, mastered enough of yourself, mastered your own world, then you'll be able to see not just the cosmic egg, but everything inside and outside of it. Let me know how that vibes with you, Neem. Essence 818. Kathy, okay. Thank you for keeping track for me, Jezebel. And there's Kathy. Is romantic love coming soon? I've been single for 20 years. It's been a long time, Kathy. Has it been 20 years you actually enjoyed, or have you been looking this whole time? I know for myself, like, I didn't find the love of my life until I stopped looking, and then suddenly he was there. Oh, Neem. Rewind. Romantic love coming soon. No pursuits. Okay. Well, that's good. That means you've been working on yourself, that's an important thing, important part of life, right? Okay. So, first card for you, Kathy, is Six of Coins. You're very giving, aren't you? You like to give to others. You like to make sure everyone around you is taken care of. Sorry, my cat's being obnoxious over here. I mean, you even like taking care of bugs, apparently. Kiana, what are you doing, little miss? Challenge here is Six of Wands, right? Feeling victorious. So it's interesting you got the Six of Coins followed by the Six of Wands. So it's like you're very giving, but in a way that makes you feel victorious. So it's very much all about your victory, your winning the day. The interesting thing here is the last card is King of Swords, right? So master of your thoughts. Or maybe this is talking about you need a guy who is going to stimulate your mind, right? Be very stimulating in conversation and not just in a romantic way. Because I don't have any cups here. So there's no, there's not that emotional connection, not that romantic vibe. But I think if you look for someone who stimulates you mentally, you're more likely to find your appropriate match, because romance only lasts so long. After 20 years of being in a romantic relationship, you're not quite as romantic as you used to be. So you need someone who's going to give you more than just romance, someone who's going to stimulate your mind, stimulate your heart, stimulate your well, it's almost like you want to, getting a relationship is the victory that you're looking for. So instead of it being about victory, think of it as more like a partnership, more like helping each other out. So I think that's the kind of guy you should be looking for. And also just be open to whoever comes. Just see who you vibe with. You'd be surprised who you end up getting stimulated by. So, but again, I don't really see cups here, so I don't see it coming anytime soon, unfortunately. Let me know if that vibes with what's going on with you, Kathy. Thank you for your question. Thank you, Jezebel, for keeping track of things for me. I see why so many people who do lives really need their monitors. I keep saying the wrong word. They're hall monitors. So, Sonali, what are Leo's current feelings for me? Wish I could figure out how to get this camera working. I have this perfect little setup right here to lay it out and you guys see the cards as I pull them, but I'm not sure how to add another camera to this stream. Maybe if I was doing this straight through YouTube instead of using StreamYard. I hear you, Jezebel. I went to one where this woman had, I don't even know, I think there was like 10,000 people watching at once, and it was just mind-boggling how fast that chat went. Okay. Sonali, what are Leo's current feelings for you? Oh. So Sonali, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but okay. So first card is the death card. So I think your Leo is wanting a completely new life, completely new everything. The challenge here, Queen of Swords, is you feeling cut off, right? Feeling like you're on your own. Queen of Swords is often the soul queen, not the virgin queen, but like the widow queen, the one that's by herself, ruling her kingdom by herself, not needing anybody else, right? And the final card here is the Ace of Swords with the Gordian knot. So it's definitely very much talking about you need to cut ties, right? It's time to cut the ties. I think that relationship is over. It's time for you to learn how to be that Queen of Swords and cut the ties that bind, that no longer serve you. You're going through a dark night of the soul right now. So I think Leo is already moved on, and I think it's time for you to cut the ties and move on yourself. So I do apologize, Sonali. I hate being the bearer of bad news, but I also am not gonna make it a soft reading when it's a very hard reading. So I apologize if I hurt your feelings, but that's what the cards are telling me. It's time to cut ties and learn how to be your own woman. Why, hello, Chris. Is there anyone else? You're very welcome, Sonali. There was one more, I thought. Oh no, Chris, there's no late here. You come when you can. Oh, thanks, Neem. So Neem says, he's doing a great job. I'm proud big sis. Yeah, I couldn't find Jyoti's question. scrolling back right now to see if I can find it. Oh, Chris. Funny thing is, Chris, I heard that in your voice with your accent. Joti, can you put your question in again? Because I can't seem to find it. You've gone to the bad place, huh, Chris? I do, Chris. I'm not sure how to set them up. Okay. Jati. Where's my relationship with Y going? Yeah, I think next time I do live, I'm going to do it via YouTube, because then I have this camera set up so I can show my reading cloth, but I can't do two cameras in StreamYard. So. Okay, Jati, what is my relationship with Y going? So, Jati, the first card I have is 3 of Cups. You guys like to party together, it seems like. You're great in group settings, like you are good friends and you have a group of friends that you hang out with on a regular basis. So that's where you are at the moment. The challenge here is 6 of Wands. It's funny, this is the second time 6 of Wands came up as a challenge in a relationship reading. So don't be so gung-ho on trying to be the victor, trying to, win the battle, win his heart, so to speak, or their heart. Don't be so focused on that. Focus on the good times, right? Focus on the good times and let things unfold as they're meant to. Obviously, you guys have a good relationship. The challenge is not to push things right now. And the final advice card I got was 7 of Coins, which is, waiting for the harvest to come. So I think that your relationship with Y will eventually deepen into something greater, but you need to give it time. You need to let it run its course and not push things, because that's your challenge, is not trying to be victorious. I feel like with this 3 of Cups too, is that there's a few people vying for Y. And that's why you're so focused on that idea of winning the day, so to speak. But like I said, patience will be your best virtue. Patience, because if you push, you might end up pushing him away. So just be patient, enjoy your time together, and let it unfold like the flower it is. Thank you, Jati. Let me know how that vibes with you. Shruti, you're next. Oh, I think I see it. Luckily, chat's not going too fast, Shruti, so I found the original one. Thank you for retyping the question, though. It's going to be loud for a moment. The trash truck is here. So I started this stream before the dawn. It's finally light outside. Oh, got a jumper for you, Shruti. What is it? 9 of coins. I'm going to put that aside for right now. I'll come back to it. So, Shruti, the first card I pulled is the 5 of Wands. So there's an internal conflict going on with A. He's not sure himself how he feels. Yeah, he's very conflicted with his own internal feelings. He's going back and forth. He's not exactly sure. But he's definitely thinking about moving on. He wants to leave everything behind and start something new somewhere else, is what I'm getting here. Or maybe you do. Maybe you need to move on. Because the final card here, we have the 5 of Cups. So I feel like this relationship is it's not going to unfold the way you hope it will. It's going to leave you heartbroken. That's why you're getting this idea of you might want to leave before your heart breaks. Because he's conflicted. He's not sure who he wants to be with. That's just the vibe I'm getting here with these 3 cards. And the jumper card that I got is the 9 of coins, which is interesting. Is this for him or for you? I think if you move on to new pastures, this 9 of coins is waiting for you. 9 of coins is abundance and being fruitful and just being happy. Like your hard sweat and tears finally, like hard work, sweat and tears finally bears fruit for you. But as far as A, I would say that he is far too conflicted. He will never be able to really know how he feels. And I worry that you're going to get your heart broken. Okay. So the challenge is walking away from it. You need to just set your cups down and walk away. I think this is definitely for you, not so much for him, but for you. So Okay, so you did leave your situation. That's fine. That's good. You need to walk towards this now, okay? You need to work on yourself and create the life that you want, right? Create the life that is fulfilling for you and cut ties. It's time to cut ties. Thank you, Shruti. Chris, I am using the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshanti. So I have probably just enough time for one last question. If you like my reading style and everything, please go on. If you don't have a Facebook account, you can go on Facebook, do a search for Jonathan's Tarot, and I have a page set up. So I'd love to get more likes for that page. And if you want a private reading, I am also doing that. I finally have my PayPal account set up. So yes. I'm glad that that reading was what you needed to hear, Shruti. Jalama, if you throw out your question, you can be my last question for the day. It was great to have you, Chris. Thanks for coming. Jalama. Even before I pull my cards, I can already tell you, you can't be positive all the time. It's like yin yang. There's positive and negative side, right? So everything in life flows between the positive and negative. And without the negative, you wouldn't know what positive is anymore, right? So don't be afraid of the negative. As I say, this too shall pass. Enjoy the positive and learn from the negative. Oh yeah, Neem. I can't wait to get that. So, Jalama. Huh. Lots of talk about duality in these cards, Jalama. So the first card that I got is justice, right? Being blind to everything but the truth, right? But also weighing the positive and negative together. The sword of truth in one hand, the scales in the other. It's even standing on a yin yang there, just as I was talking about. So it's like I said, it's that fine balancing act. It's okay that you're not positive all the time. You don't need to be. Your challenge is the sun, right? It's finding your happiness. So focus on those things that make you happy. Are you focused on that, or are you focused on just trying to be positive no matter what? Because if you focus on the things that bring you happiness, you're more likely to have that positivity in your life. If you're focused on trying to be perfectly balanced and always positive, then you're never really balanced because you're weighing too much on one side versus the other. which is interesting because their final card, the advice card, is Two of Wands, right? Again, that feeling like there's two sides to everything. So focusing just on the positive, you miss out on half of life. Positive, negative, it's not all black and white. There's a huge slew of grays in between, right? So if you are able to embrace the positive and the negative, your life becomes way more full. There's more color in your life, like the blues of sadness, the reds of rage. There's multiple colors, there's multiple emotions. And if you focus just on one, you lose out on all the others. So instead of trying to maintain positivity, enjoy it while it's there, but don't hold on to it. Enjoy the other sides of things as well. That's how you find balance in this world. And that's how you find justice. Justice isn't always good. Justice isn't always positive. Sometimes justice sucks. So find your balance. Find that center point where you feel happiness. Find those things that bring you happiness and embrace them more. That's the vibe I'm getting for you here. So yes, Jezebel, it's one of my favorite decks, and it's become like easily in my top 10, if not top 5 decks. So thank you, Jalama. I hope that reading was helpful for you. And I'm sorry if there's sorry, Dolly, I didn't get to you. I have a time limit because I have to clean up this space and get it ready for my son's distance learning. Oh boy. I don't know if there's any other parents out there dealing with distance learning, but I feel for you. I can't even imagine having more than one, because one is enough. And for anyone interested, these are just like quick 3-card readings. I also do way more in-depth readings, including past life readings, like how your past life is affecting this life. But those I'm not going to give away for free because they're way more in depth. There's usually about 7 cards involved. And I do make little videos, which I post unlisted here on YouTube, and then send you the link so that you can watch as many times as you want. So yeah, I thank all of you for being here. This has been amazing, and I can't believe how fast an hour went by. It's amazing. And people always say it on their lives. Oh my God, it's already been an hour, and now I understand. Well, I mean, I've been on a few lives, so I do understand. Doing it by yourself is different than doing like a live with somebody else, especially since I've always been the guest on somebody's channel. So. You're right, Jezebel. Let's get it done. Thank you, Red Bean Bee. Thank you so much. And thank you, Neem, for pimping me out. So thank you, everybody. And until next time, aloha.